How you doing? How you doing? And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? I'd like to thank everyone for joining me tonight, and our top story, will patch 1.1 kill you? The answer might surprise you. But first, a message from our sponsors. We are here today for the people, for the community, to come together and grow. What really brings strong communities together is really coming together and hitting that subscribe button. Thank you so much for your support, and I hope to see you all next time. Also, shout out to Darth Microtransaction. I saw his video on this earlier today that caused me to go, oh, so I guess it's more than just grass burning people to death. And then after some further testing myself, found out how serious it was. So, hey, let's get back to you dying. You might be asking yourself, Patty, what are we doing here? Only answer I have for that is, my name's Patty. But silly backgrounds aside, what are we actually here for today? So they did something in patch 1.1 that is causing issues, and we ain't clickbaiting you, baby. You gon' die. You gon' die until this gets fixed. So I kind of wanted to wait a little while and see if they were going to hotfix this very quickly, as they've said in this post that they're already working on it. But we're, getting into the little bit of the evening and ain't seen nothing yet. So I figured it'd be a good thing to cover so that people understand what's going on right now, because a few of you might just be dying a lot and be super confused about why and what's happening. So let's go ahead and take a look at this post, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. So, open world environment, elemental reaction damage adjustment. In this version update, we fixed an issue in which the elemental reactions caused by the environment would not accurately scale up with the player's world level, and we received the following feedback. The environmental elemental damage is too high in the open world. The scaling of these environmental elemental reactions with the open world have caused certain combat scenarios, such as fights against the Oceanid, and certain non-combat actions, e.g. gathering and exploring, to become unnecessarily burdensome. This version update fix has, in practice, thus resulted in more harm than good to the player experience. With regard to this design choice, our initial intention was to increase the effect that the environment has on combat and to encourage travelers to use different strategies in response to these different combat scenarios. Our developers are currently in discussion regarding this adjustment and devising further adjustments with this feedback in mind. We apologize for having negatively affected the player experience, and we will let you all know as soon as further adjustments are decided upon. So, a couple of things. It's super great that, and they put this out, 10 hours ago, which means, I want to say within like the first 12 hours or so of them putting the patch out, they realized there was a major issue in it. And when you read this post, and you haven't kind of noticed what's happening yet, it might just sound like, all right, so burning grass hurts a lot more? No. So it's a little bit heavier than that. So almost just all elemental reactions are hitting a little bit like trucks right now. I tried to do a couple of domains, and I died hard. Actually, I can go ahead and drop this down. You can see that my team's feeling it a little bit right now. Unfortunately, my team mainly comprises of combining fire and electro, and just getting a bunch of overload damage with a little bit of barber hydro damage in there too. You know what I mean? And, yeah, that is now a team that just is I don't want to say suicide squad, but, they're definitely running in buildings, screaming, and then going click. It's not good. So for some of you that have noticed that this is happening, and are trying to get around it, weapon damage is super safe right now. If you've got your boy Razor, or, Diluc, just maybe don't use his skills if you're in certain spots. But popping out Fischl's E right now, if I'm in a fight, that takes out half my health. It's not good. So until we get this hot fix, that's gonna be really noticeable and hurt really bad. But it's super great that they realized how quickly they had messed that up and they are already working on it. I think instead of just instantly dialing it back like some people might expect they would do, and they realize that it's had this much of an effect, and they might not fully realize how much it is. They might just hear from people like, "Oh, my die Luke is dying in the grass a whole lot." Shout out to Darth Micro for that nickname. But it's a little bit more impactful than that. All elemental damage is hitting your team right now like a just wall of trucks. So hopefully we see a fix to that soon. I think what they were trying to do, they're trying to keep the spirit of, and essentially, make elemental reactions a little bit more rewarding, being able to use a little bit more of the environment. But I would rather they would roll this back and go back to that design rather than like, all right, well, let's find a way to do both right now. Probably a better decision to fix the fact that we're all dying in domains and can't farm certain bosses right now. So I expect, either by tonight or tomorrow morning, we will see a hot fix for this out. But all of us kind of getting murdered in our sleep is a bad thing. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for coming in today. I know we're doing things a little bit differently, but my brother's trying to help me put together some stuff for the channel, and as you can see, we got us a little end card. So if you could do your boy a huge solid and check me out, follow me on the socials. We're trying to bring some more shorter form content stuff to Facebook, to Twitter, little silly videos, stuff like that. And yeah, we're just trying to build and do everything we can, and thank you so much for the support from you guys along the way. And you're gonna have to catch boy on the next one, because we out of here. Deuces.